My name's Anna. I'm going to be your nurse today. Can I get you to verify your name and your date of birth? I'm just going to check it on your wristband. Okay, good. Alright, so the doctor has ordered a Foley catheter to be inserted, and that's just because you're having problems urinating and you're not able to urinate on your own. All this is just a little tube that will be inserted into your penis, and it will go up into your bladder, and that way any urine that you have that comes into your bladder, it will flow out of the catheter into a bag, and we'll just dispose of it from there. And hopefully it will only be in there a couple of days, and then you'll be able to urinate on your own. Do you have any known allergies, like a latex, betadine, or iodine allergy? No? Okay, good. Alrighty, well, all I'm going to do is wash my hands and put on some clean gloves, and then we'll start on perinatal care. I would go and put on some clean gloves. I am going to raise you to a proper working height. I'm going to put the bed rail down. Alright. Okay, so I would have a wash rag with soap and water on it, and all I would do is hold the shaft of the penis, and I would start at the meatus, going in a circular motion, going just around the meatus, and then I would turn the rag and I would start going down the shaft of the penis. Each time that I'm making a stroke down the shaft of the penis, I would turn my rag each time. And after that, we're good to start on the procedure. I'm going to move your gown up a little bit. Alrighty. So I'm just going to move this over here so I don't turn my back on my sterile field. And before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands, because now we're going into the sterile procedure. So I'm just going to use this little bag as a trash can to put all my stuff in, so I'm not reaching behind me or anything like that. I'm just going to put it at the foot of your bed. Okay. Alright, I'm starting going away from me, then to each side, and then towards me. Okay, so now I'm going to start with this. I can touch the corners of this, let it fold out a little bit. Okay, now, just going to grab the corners. I have a 1-inch margin that I can touch, and I'm just going to place this shiny side down underneath the penis and over the legs. All right. Now, I'm just going to set my gloves to the side. Then I'm going to let this unfold. I can touch the corners of it. And this is just, I'm just using this for extra protection. And I forgot to mention earlier, but I have him in supine position, and if it was a female, I would have her in dorsal recumbent, but this way it's easier to work, and his legs are spread as far as they can, and gives me a better working space. Okay, so now I can touch this, so I can touch the corners of this, and I'm just going to move this to the inside of his legs, and it'll give me a little or better working space. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my sterile gloves. So I can touch the outside of this packaging. The inside is whenever it becomes sterile. And I also have a 1-inch margin on this paper that I can touch. Now they're sterile and I can move my fingers in like they need to be. Touching only the sterile part. Alrighty. Let me just move this out a little bit. Okay, so now I can touch everything in here. I'm gonna go ahead and move my trays over a little bit. Move this one down here. Now I can touch everything in here, everything's sterile. So at this time, I would go ahead and get my iodine solution and I would pour them, move my little tweezers over here. I would pour them on my cotton balls, and this is what I'm gonna use as my antiseptic to perform the procedure. So after I'm finished with that, I would trash it. And I'm going to go ahead and squirt out a little of my lube into my tray. Trash it. And now I'm going to go ahead and take the sheath off of the catheter. Okay, I'm going to just place it in the lube real quick. I can trash that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lube the catheter 2 to 3 inches. I'm just going to let it sit right there for a second. All right, so at this time, I'm going to go ahead and perform the antiseptic techniques. So I would grab my tweezers. I would grab a cotton ball. And I would hold the shaft of the penis. And I would go in a circular motion around the meatus, just like I did in the perineal care. And I would drop it. And then I would go down the shaft and drop it. Go down the shaft, drop it. Now I would go underneath it and drop that. Okay, so now I cannot touch anywhere else because his penis is not sterile. So at this time, and I should have done this before, but I think I can still make it work. But I'm just going to go ahead and insert my sterile diluent into the catheter, the port on the catheter. And I'm just going to squirt a little bit of water in to make sure that my balloon works, and I can see it inflating a little bit, and so it works. And I can go ahead and drain that water out. And I'm just going to leave it inserted in into the port until we're finished with the catheter. Okay, so now we're ready to insert. I know this is going to feel a little uncomfortable, but if you feel any extreme discomfort, just let me know and we can stop the procedure immediately. Just take a deep breath in and we're going to start. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so with the male, it would go all the way to the Y. Sometimes on these mannequins, it doesn't go all the way, but it did in this case, so that's good. Now, all I'm going to do is, I can see the urine is flowing through the catheter right now, so that's a good sign. We know we're in the bladder, so now I'm just going to inflate my balloon. Take that off and drop it, and I'm just going to give it a little tug, okay, and it's not coming out anymore, so that means it's in the bladder and now it is secured. All right, well, we're done with the sterile part of it, but I'm going to go ahead and take my catheter bag. Actually, actually, before that, I'm going to go ahead and tape it to his leg so it doesn't come out or anything like that. So I went ahead and taped it to his thigh. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the bag, and I'm going to place it on a non-movable part of the bed. That way it won't ever move no matter what we're doing. And I can see that the urine is draining into the bag. Also, there is a specimen cup that comes with this kit. And if I wanted to go ahead and take a urine sample right now, since I just inserted the catheter, I could go ahead and go down there and just go from the port of the catheter bag. I could just go ahead, open that port, get my urine that way. But if I was waiting a couple of days, I would go straight from this port right here, just because it's not sterile anymore after a couple of days of being in the bag. But it's a mannequin, so we don't have any urine to do that on. So now I am done with the sterile procedure. We have the bag hooked to the side of the bed. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up my area. Did you feel any discomfort during that? Okay, just making sure. You didn't let me know anything, so I figured you were okay. Normally there is a special bin that this would go in, but these are the only trash cans we have right now, so I'm just going to throw it away in there. I'm also going to come ahead and get this. I can set this aside, and then I'm going to just tear this. Okay. Go ahead and take these gloves off. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands before I get you cleaned up. And I'm going to grab a new set of gloves, clean gloves. So I would grab a new set of clean gloves, and I would come over here and I would just wipe them down with some soap and water or just a wet rag, and I'm just making sure that I got all the iodine solution off of them and any lube that may be, oozing out or anything like that. But other than that, you're good to go, and I'll be coming periodically to check on you. So I'm going to go ahead and put your gown back down and cover you up. Alright, let me put your bed rail up. Alright, I'll be back. Hey, my name's Anna. I'm just back to check on you, and I heard the news that you're going to be getting your catheter out, so that's exciting. Can I get you to identify your name and birth date? Good. So we're going to try to let you urinate on your own, so I'm just here to take out the catheter. So first, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands, and I'm going to put on a clean pair of gloves. Raise you to a proper working height. Put your rail down. I'm going to go ahead and move this over here. And I also brought in a syringe with me because I'm going to have to deflate the balloon. Alrighty. So I'm just going to perform perineal care again. Same way that I did earlier, starting at the meatus, going in circular motion, working down the penis each time, flipping the rag, and then we're good to go after this. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off of him. And before this, I would go ahead and drain the urine out of the bag, but we don't have any urine to drain. But before that, in a hospital setting, I would go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead now and deflate the balloon. This way we can get it out of the bladder, or else it's not going to come out. So I'm just sucking out the sterile diluent we put in there. Alright. Okay, it is going to be uncomfortable this time, and it's uncomfortable coming out just like it was going in. But if you feel any extreme discomfort, just please let me know. Alright, take a deep breath in. Okay, here we go. There you go. See, that wasn't too bad. Alright. Now I can go ahead and trash this in the proper container. I can take these gloves off. Just because I've now touched all around them and the inside of the catheter, and once it's inside of them, it's not really as sterile anymore. So at this time, I would go ahead and I would wash my hands again, and I would put on clean gloves, and I would come over here and I would just clean them up, just making sure there's no lube or anything that came out while taking out the catheter. And I believe that's it. So did you take the procedure well coming out? I know you did going in, so I figured it would be okay coming out. That's good. You didn't have any discomfort. So I'm cover you back up, raise your side rails, and lower you down to a proper position. And that's it. Hopefully you can urinate on your